joined by Dr. Joseph Stillwell, an oncologist with HCA Midwest Health System at Lenore Center. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
We should talk about colon cancer this time of year, if not many times of the year, but who needs to think about colon cancer screenings?
Really, anyone age 50 or older should be screened for
So that's the latest benchmark age, right?
It is.
Unless you have, like, serious family history or other big
That's
issues within the family.
Unless you have a history of early colon cancer in your family, 50 is really the benchmark.
Okay, so what are the most prevalent types of cancers that we deal with in America? And more specifically, is it any different right around our area?
You know, our area is pretty similar to the nation.
Okay.
We see the four most common types that we see are breast, colon, prostate, and lung cancer. And those are also the four leading causes of cancer death.
Okay, so how bad is lung cancer? In that list of four you just mentioned, it feels like to me, and this is very unscientific, but that people are smoking less and less. Is that helping?
It certainly is helping. It is really reducing the incidence of lung cancer, but lung cancer, unfortunately, still causes more cancer deaths than the other three most common types of cancer combined. And so
wait, lung cancer over all the others combined?
That's right.
Why does it feel like we don't hear about it as much?
That's right.
I don't know. One of the big problems with lung cancer is that we don't detect it until it's at a later stage. When patients have an early stage lung cancer, they often don't have any symptoms. They don't have any pain or shortness of breath. And so it's not until it's spread that they develop symptoms and that it is discovered.
And usually is that like a pretty late stage then of
Exactly,
cancer?
exactly.
Got it. So we hear about mammograms, we hear about colonoscopies. Is there a similar kind of test for the lung?
There is, and it's just something that has become available within the last few years. And what we found is that low-dose CT scanning done on an annual basis helps us to detect lung cancer at a much earlier stage and actually to reduce the risk of dying of lung cancer.
So who does that? Who has that done?
So patients that are at high risk for lung cancer, so patients age 55 or greater, patients that are current smokers or have quit smoking within the last 15 years, and patients that have smoked the equivalent of 1 pack of cigarettes per day for 30 years.
Okay, so this is not for everyone, like the colonoscopy is.
No, it's
and like the mammograms are for women. This is not at all across the board deal. It's not something we just walk in, like a mammogram, say, and just have one done.
That's right. No, it's really only for patients that are at high risk for lung cancer.
And is this an expensive test?
So it is an out-of-pocket cost to patients of $225 right now.
So relatively not an
That's
expensive
right.
test.
That's right.
And it's fairly simple, right?
It is. It is
CT scan?
It's essentially a non-invasive test. It's a CT scan that's relatively brief, and again, no needles and a low dose of radiation.
Very good. All right, Dr. Stillwell, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For